Like we said earlier, it is very important when you're catching waves that you pedal yourself up to the speed that the wave is traveling towards the beach. So if the beach is there and the wave is traveling with like 5 kilometers an hour, the surfer will have to pedal himself up to 5 kilometers an hour to catch that wave most efficiently. One aspect to do this correctly is to keep friction low. I got a nice video for you to explain that. Hi and welcome back. In this video we're going to talk about the takeoff and especially the pedaling for the wave from the moment that the wave has reached your feet to popping up. In previous videos we spoke about the pop up and the foot positioning, but like I said, these techniques don't really work if everything that is done before that was incorrectly. So there's a few rules that we need to obey. Surfing is dynamic, everything is different. So it's hard to say it works like this or it works like that. But there is hydrodynamic rules where you either can cause friction by not distributing your weight right on the board, or causing the least amount of friction, having the board plane on the water as quick as possible. And that's what we are going to talk about today. Social media always shows you the golden moment, the moment that a top turn is being performed. But in reality, there's a lot of setup work that needs to be done correctly to perform a good maneuver. Catching a wave efficiently is highly important to do this. Do you know that situation where you are surfing and the entire session you are kind of struggling getting into waves, but then as you are pedaling back from maybe not catching a wave, you see some other kid pedal with his pinkies and just slide into the wave like that and surf it all the way to the beach? That is not because this person is most probably stronger in pedaling. It's usually because the person is actually using the wave to its advantage and having the wave push its board into the wave to surf. Imagine it like this. It's just hydrodynamic rules. When your board is like this positioned in the wave while you're pedaling, the water of the wave, which is the energy that is traveling towards the beach, will hit the tail of the board and push it down. Where if you would distribute your weight to the front of the board and have the board positioned like this in the wave, the water, the energy of the wave, will actually push and propel the board forward to slide it way more easily into the wave. So this was not about pedal power, it was just about weight distribution. Let's look at some examples. Here we see a surfer that does his pedal strokes on the bottom of the wave and then trims his head down for the weight to go to the nose of the board, and the board slides in the wave easily. Another example of a student pedaling and then just keeping his weight on the nose, wait till he slides in and then surfs. Here on the other hand, we see a surfer that doesn't use this technique, so there's friction, the nose comes up, and this causes for her to be late. If this happens a lot, you'll always miss that section to do a turn on. And just to show you a few more examples of lessons where we did this, notice how the surfer drops down with the white water, so it's just slightly late. Here we spoke about the technique, and the surfer surfs away from the white water without any friction. Another example, there's some friction there, the nose isn't down enough, so it's hard to catch that wave, where here we spoke about it and it gets a lot easier to surf towards that section without any friction. So now you know this, you can easily implement this in the water. This is not something that is really hard to do, it's just something that you need to know. This is honestly one of the things that I use as in my coaching sessions, and it always works. It is just hydrodynamic rules and we need to obey those. So next time you enter the water, try to not have the nose of the board go any more above the water than 5 centimeters. That's just a drill that you can do, and you will notice that it's much easier to slide into these waves. Then what the goal is to find the right timing to pop up before you go down the wave, because if you put the weight on the nose of the board and you're going down the wave and you haven't popped up yet, you will nosedive. So the trick is, distribute wave to the front, pop up by the top and surf away. Enjoy it. Ciao guys. So now you know what I mean with keeping friction low, and a really good surf drill for you is to not let the nose of the board go away from the water more than, like, let's say 5 to 10 centimeters. The trick is, when we look at this video, to trim the weight of your body towards the nose of the board with your head. Your head and your shoulders are somewhere around 20 kilos. So bringing your head down will trim weight to the nose of the board, and in many cases this will help you slide into those waves much easier. If ever you notice that the nose is actually almost nosediving, you should also be aware now, okay, I got this head, I got this weight that I can trim, I can also bring my head up to avoid nosediving. And this is a great technique for you to catch waves very efficient. And I see many students not catching waves, even though they're pedaling hard, but just because their weight is too much on the tail of the board. A good drill for you to practice. Good luck.